Okay, go ahead.
Okay, guys, so I'm so excited to be on this Zoom. First of all, I just want to say, like, I hope that what I have to say, like, touches every single person, and I can help every single one of you be successful and hopefully use the material that I'm about to tell you to, put towards your business and grow your business. So a little bit about me. My name is Autumn Westfall. My husband, Hunter Westfall, does this business with me. We started about 7 months ago. We found this business on social media like most of us do. And we were in a really dark spot. Like a whole year, I watched my upline just contemplating like if this was going to be right for me. I'd been in a previous multi-level marketing company and failed horribly, wasted a lot of money. So I had that idea in the back of my head that this would never be for me and I'd never be successful. So I had that in the back of my mind. I watched her for a whole year. Well, our world turned upside down. Hunter played in the NFL. He got cut, and we were about to go back to 9-to-5 jobs. And like it broke my heart thinking about going back to a 9-to-5 job. And the thought of putting my child in daycare, just in the area that we're in, it just wasn't ideal for me. Like I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and it scared the heck out of me to be not able in a position to stay at home with her. I was going to have to work, pick up shifts. It was going to be bad. So we found this business, and I called my upline and was like, sign us up. And it took about 3 minutes of insane courage to just throw everything out the window as far as fear and everything goes. So we signed up. Our first month we went Ruby. Our second month we both quit our office jobs. We went Diamond in 4 months, Double Diamond in 7. We just earned the Go Fast bonus for the $30,000 and the $10,000 Diamond bonus. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. And we have bigger plans. So we're going triple in May. And I can't wait to tell you guys, I signed 73 loyal customers last month, 14 distributors. This month so far, I have 12 loyal customers and 7 DTs this month so far. So I'm really, really excited. I only averaged about 10 to 13 loyal customers before this. So you guys can see I flipped it around, especially when I decided that I needed more and wanted more, and I believed in myself. So if you want to ask some questions, I'd love to.
Yeah, for sure. So the first question I want to ask is just like, when you got started, you said like you weren't signing 73 low customers a month, so what do you think kind of changed for you? Like, what were you doing that changed? Because I think that a lot of people are kind of just thinking like, well, I'm averaging, maybe doing a little better than average, or maybe doing a little bit more than filling our steps to success. Maybe we're signing 6 or 7 loyal customers, but definitely nowhere close to 73. And you said, before this, your biggest wasn't anything crazy either. So what was something that kind of flipped for you?
Okay. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about my road to Double Diamond. Because I sat here in this exact spot on the 25th, and it gives me really a lot of chills, you guys, because I want you to listen in close, because I sat here, I had my notebook full of all my numbers where everybody needed to be for me to be at Double Diamond. And I just knew exactly how many loyal customers it was going to take. Y'all, I thought that I was super close to Double Diamond, and it was a lack of being not organized. So if you're, slacking on the organized part, you've got to get yourself together, because that's the first thing that I did. So I wrote all these numbers down. I want to tell you guys, we were 4,995 GV away, and I did not let that stop me. I had my upline, I was talking with her, and I was just, telling her the numbers, and she was honestly, she was like, I don't know, like, we're going to have to really do some work here. And then I asked my husband, and he turned to me. That moment when he put his head down, and I just started crying on the floor. I was like, oh my God, we are not going to get this promotion. And it just, tears, overwhelming. I just thought, gosh, I'm just going to give up. That 5 minutes of just pity that you have to give yourself sometimes? Well, that's exactly what I did, because I got myself back off that floor, and I went and I did everything different than I'd ever did before in my whole business. I stopped, believing that I could not do this. So I immediately, when I saw that number, I was like, I can do this. Like, I am going to do this. Nothing is going to stand in my way from doing this. You better believe this is going diamond and double diamond, and I'm going triple the next month. So nothing is going to stand in your way, even if it's 60 loyals in 4 days. You guys, you got to decide right now that you can do that. You've got to create momentum on your team. You can't wait around for your team to do anything. They might not be ready, okay? So you've got to create momentum, make them ready. Believing in yourself is absolutely the first step. You've got to, gosh, if you would have asked me on the 24th, if I thought that I could do this, you were wrong. I would have said, oh gosh, 4,995 GVUA, never. Like I will not even come close to that. And I want to tell you guys, on the 29th, I didn't have to even boost. I got done early, okay? So whatever you set your mind to is absolutely what you can do. So building your own business, super important concept to get right away. Never stop learning and developing, because every day on the 26th, 27th, 28th, I would sit Kelsey Thornton, Aaron Tweed, Alyssa Billieu. I would sit them on, my kitchen. I'd make breakfast for my family and just listen to what they had to say. So I will say I couldn't have done this without learning and developing in 5 days. So I opened up my markets, you guys. I did a whole different thing. So I want to talk about that really quick. You guys, I felt like I had used every single warm market that I had. I felt like I had exhausted everybody. I didn't have any potentials. And so that was so scary.
So one thing I want to kind of back you up on, the first thing you said was getting organized. Because I want people to be able to like take notes and leave here with some stuff, because I love like how insanely fired up you are, but getting organized, what exactly did you do to get organized?
Right. So going on to your E-Suite. So the biggest thing for me, the reason that I thought I was so close to double diamond is I wasn't taking into consideration the credit card declines that had happened. I wasn't taking into consideration people that were on their last month. I just thought, those people were going to be right back at that, and I wouldn't need to worry about it. Being in touch with your team, I'm talking about every single person, every single 400 bucks, you need to know exactly where they're at. And it's not being, overbearing. Like if that's not your leadership style, like I promise you got to teach yourself to be in communication, because communication was something that I struggled with. Like I was like, oh, well, she'll be fine. She'll get herself back to 400. She'll be totally fine. We're working on it. Well, time passes really fast. And
yep.
When I was listening to that motivational speech, time is everything. There's only so many seconds, minutes, hours in a day, and you have to have every single person on the same page. How do I get my team motivated? So somebody's asking a question. So getting your team motivated, what I said, creating momentum on your team, leading from the front is the absolute best thing that you can do to get your team motivated.
And by that, like, just so everybody's clear on what leading from the front means, especially in my mind, it means filling your own steps to success. Not asking, hold on, sorry. Okay, not asking, people what they're doing, and really looking at what you're doing, really looking at what you are doing to you can't ask your team to do something that you're not doing yourself. So if you're not filling your own steps to success, it's going to be really hard for you to ask your team to do that. And when you say you were being in touch with your team, was that phone calls or was that text? I know that I preach to my team, like, stop texting people, get on the phone with your team, because text can be misinterpreted and they can come off quite bitchy, if you're not like really on the phone and talking to them, because they don't know your tone and everybody just assumes the worst. I do the same thing, and getting on the phone, like, it really builds those relationships, because you know what, that one thing that you say, like, I know I'm on the phone half the time with my team and then my daughter's like peeing on the floor or something, and we're like both laughing about it. So it gets them to know me better, because a lot of people on my team I might not have had a great relationship with before. Like I didn't have that they didn't know that much about me before. So when you're on the phone and when you're living life, you guys can build some other relationships outside of it. So stop just texting your team. That's not enough. It's very impersonal. And my biggest thing that I said, I think was like at that boot camp in Indy, I just said, you got to treat your team Like, they're still your potentials. We treat our potentials like they're freaking royalty, you guys. And why do we stop talking to our team like we are talking to our potentials? Like, Brian, my husband, he always says the most important players are the ones you already have. He says that about his team because he's a basketball coach. And that's how I view my team. Like, why do I keep having to go and get all these new people when the ones that have already committed and invested their time in me, I should be pulling everything I can out of those people. So if you can kind of touch on what you did to get in touch with your team, and not necessarily get in touch with them and get into management mode, but to get in touch with them and just pour into them.
Right. Are you red, Kelsey?
Yeah. If you can't.
I'm really red. I'm really red. And sometimes that bites me in the butt because not everybody on your team is red. And if you don't know the color personality test, go do that. I didn't realize the importance of it. I knew she was red. So,
well, and one thing I've learned too is like the golden rule of treat others how you want to be treated. That's not true, because I want to be treated like differently than a yellow wants to be treated.
Right.
So you kind of have to make sure that we're tuning in and honing in on those, what everybody wants.
Right. So, the biggest thing is like learning who your team is, like taking that time to realize what they're going through, because, they might not be pushing for a promotion. They might just be trying to earn that extra $100 a month. So, if you're going to use them on your chart, you might have to help them out a little bit. Like, you've got to realize what your team needs from you. So when I say, Kelsey, getting them on the phone and just having conversations, maybe a FaceTime, taking your time to, just listen is the biggest thing for me, because if you just take that time to interact with them on a personal level, like when you get like to double diamond and even diamond, and I know triple diamond, like you have so many people on your team. Like, how in the world are you supposed to like know every single one of the facts about this person? Like, you have to also branch out leadership. So those people who are going diamond on your chart, you better be sure that they are taking the time to do those same things too. You can't expect a diamond leader to not do those things, because how in the world are you supposed to manage all of those people underneath those people? Like, it's like a circle effect. Like, the more that you pour into the people that are already underneath you, the people who you want to promote, the people underneath you who are on your chart, and even if they're off your chart, you have to invest in them. She said a great thing, like, don't worry so much about adding and replacing people, but just pour into those people, because you never know if somebody's like on their last leg of this business and maybe they needed you and they didn't say they needed you. So you just got to reach out constantly. That's what motivates people, is just leading from the front and just saying, hey, do you need my help today? Like, do you need me? And that's what motivated my team, you guys. Like, that's what I changed. I can tell you in December, I fell off. I fell down on my face in this business, and it was scary, y'all. Because I went diamond in 4 months, and it was scary to see the floor, because I was just on this road to up, and I just slammed down on my face. And it was because I wasn't creating momentum. I wasn't doing my steps to success. I wasn't worried about my team. I just thought, they would do whatever. That is so wrong. You have to just, know that they need you. You are their leader. Be every single day a leader to those people, because they need you in this business. And that's exactly what I think about when times get tough and I have 30 minutes on the floor crying, thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not for this business. Like, you have to get over yourself. Those people underneath you, they need you. They need this business and they need you. So that's the biggest thing, motivating and, showing each and every team member how much they mean to you. So.
Yeah, exactly. Brian always says people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care.
Right.
And so, like, you can be the smartest person in the world that knows every single thing about this business, but if somebody doesn't think that you actually care about them, why are you going to listen to them? Why is somebody going to listen to you if you're not telling them that you actually care about their success and that you actually care about their future in this business, and you're not just using them for a promotion? And if you are a freaking leader, the last thing you need to be doing is reaching out to your team on the 25th of the month when numbers run. Stop doing that. You're not a leader, okay? You're a manager if you're doing that. So what you need to do is you need to be in contact with your team throughout the month and say, hey, what's working? What's not working? And you know what? If they say, oh, everything's working really good, they're not working, okay? They're just not working if that's the case. Because if somebody is struggling, some people who are more yellow or who aren't like really like one person that's just going to like cry for help. Like a lot of people just feel like they don't know where to go or who to turn to or what questions to ask. What you have to do is you have to say what is working and what's not working, and they might tell you exactly what's working, but you know that something's not working if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And nobody's ever really satisfied in this business. That's the beautiful thing, is that it can keep you hungry. You guys, like, I'm at Triple Diamond and I have not arrived, believe you me. And by no means does that mean that I'm going to stop and I'm not trying to go for Prez by May. So that's the thing, that you guys, everybody should always be wanting more. If you're not hungry to learn and eager to learn in this business, like Autumn was, I mean, I learned 90% of my stuff on YouTube. That's where, I mean, Erin's a great leader and I ask her questions all the time, but my questions came from learning stuff on YouTube. If you're not asking questions, you're not growing. And so we are here to help every person. And that's why, we're doing the Zoom, is we're creating those opportunities for you to learn. Okay, Autumn, let's get more specific as far as 73 loyal customers. What do your days look like, and how in the heck do you sign 73 loyal customers? Like, what were you doing on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so let me clarify. I signed
whatever it was.
59 in 4 days without potentials. And I want to talk about how I came up with those people, how I sealed the deal, because sealing the deal was everything. You can get all the people you want to, but unless you're sealing the deal, doing the work, you're not going to get any loyals. So first of all, I have like a list of tips here, and I didn't want to forget anything. So simple posting, you guys, people don't want to see a book on their timeline. And for me, I want to be really honest. Like, my profile is nowhere near being perfect. I love the light and bright photos. I use those sometimes, but when I'm looking for loyal customers, y'all, I'm going to say, check the comments for these results, and, get in touch with me if you want to lose some weight or if you have goals. And then, they're going to see those results. They're going to comment. I'm going to message every single person who liked and commented that picture. So I'll tie into how I closed the deal in just a minute. So tagging your friends. If you're not yet tagging your family members in posts, because I didn't do that until this month. And so I started tagging my friends. If they would let me, I would just send my friend a message, say, hey, can I tag you in this post? Like, please just allow it on your wall for me. I'm pushing for a big promotion. They normally let you do it if they're a good friend. And it opens a whole new thing. Like, it's crazy. Expanding the post. Okay, so this is how I signed 59 loyals in 4 days. Okay, so I did this post and it said, hi, everybody. I'm pushing for a really big goal. Who would be interested in posting a status for me in return for a free product? Well, I had like 29 people say, yeah, I'll do that. Like, I've been wanting to try your products, haven't had the money, whatever. And then I messaged every single one of those people and said, okay, here's the deal. You can post a status for me. You're going to tag me in it. You're going to post these results in the comment. Every single person who likes and comments on it, I'm going to be messaging them. If I sign 1 loyal, you get a free wrap. If I sign 5 loyals, you get a free product. That's under $30. And they did the work for me. It was unreal. So I got all those contacts, and then I sealed the deal. So another big thing is knowing your worth. Confidence for me on the 25th was everything. Yeah, sure, I cried on the floor here on the 25th, but like I said, I dusted myself back off, and I became the most confident person in these products. I also have my own results, you guys. You've got to get your own results. And I know that you've heard that repeated, but is the biggest thing about my business. People can look at my results and say, oh, she's not posting before and afters of some person across the country. This is me. They know me. People in my area know me. They see these and they've been waiting to join. Well, here it is. Here I lost 50 pounds after having a baby. Hello. And even if you don't have that much weight to lose, use hair, skin, and nails, or if you're pregnant, use the skincare. Y'all, everything is using the products, being a product of the product. Faithing it until you make it. And somebody told me, well, gosh, I hate the thought of faking something. And I was like, shove it. Come on. You have to do that. You have to, if you're a Ruby, you have to be saying that you're signing all these loyal customers. When you get a loyal customer, you better have it in an email, and you better say, thank you to my loyal customer. You have to show people your small success, or people are going to be thinking you're just another network marketer who is not making any more money. Okay. You have to show people that you are doing well in this business, because they're going to want to know a little bit more about it when they see that you're successful. So create your own reality. As soon as I started saying, you know, I am killing it with these loyals, I had 10 more in my inbox. You know, they wanted to know what those other people were doing. So that's a big thing. So
can you go back and repeat the status that you asked or that you posted that to get your friends to post for you?
Yeah, I have them all right here. So I'm going to get them on my phone so you guys can see exactly what it was.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then I can try and type it real quick so I can.
And these statuses, like I post myself, it's just like it was a new market and like nobody knew exactly what this girl like was posting about. The person who said, yeah, I'll post that for you. Like nobody knew what she was talking about. So it opened a whole new like network. So one of the posts was, I'm looking for the 5 models to try ThermoFit for 90 days at my cost. Give me their feedback. ThermoFit helps you boost your metabolism naturally, gain energy, curb appetite. Please comment if you're interested. And then I had them put a result picture of just ThermoFit, somebody taking just ThermoFit over like 90 days in the comments. And I had all these people saying, yes, 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 me.
What was the post that you made that said, hey, comment if you want a free product so I can post it on your wall? What was that one?
Oh, that one. Okay, so that one was, hey friends, I'm pushing for a really big promotion. If you have been interested in our products, listen up. Who would be willing to post a status on their wall and tag me in it in return of a free product? And so every single person who messaged, not messaged, but commented, I would message and say, here's the deal. You post this for me and tag me in it. Like, you'll get a free product if I sign somebody. I didn't like promise them a free product just because they did it, but I said, if you sign a loyal for me, like I'll give you a free product. And so I gave away like 5 wraps, but it worked really, really well. It opened up like 5 new markets for me.
Yeah. I mean, did you get any distributors from that post? Like maybe some people, like I'm thinking like if you had you posted on somebody's wall and they had a lot of people comment, it's like, why aren't you a distributor? This is your whole market that people are interested in.
I signed 3 because that at the end of the month, last month, I signed 3. One of them I said, gosh, you have so many people commenting, like, let me just help these people, like I'll close these out for you and we'll put them underneath you. You'll have your 4 loyals. And so we did. So that worked really well. Like she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know about It Works before. So like, it does open up a new markets. And I also had like 100 people follow me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. A lot.
That is awesome. And I love the post that the tip that you gave about tagging your friends and family members, especially ones that like aren't interested
right.
in the business. And you guys, when people say fake it till you make it, sometimes that does turn people off. But what I want you to know is it's not faking it. What it is doing is it's allowing you to believe things. It's called faith. Okay. It's not fake. It's called faith. Have you ever heard of like believing in Jesus Christ, even though you've never seen him? That's not fake. That's faith. Okay. So you guys have to make sure that you're realizing the difference, that we're not saying be fake. We're not saying be fake a person. We're saying have faith that you will get there and believe that you are there already. Like I say that like every promotion I'm going for, I'm working as if I'm already a presidential, because I'm working like a presidential needs to work in order to become a presidential. So you guys, if you're a ruby, you need to be working like a diamond. If you're a distributor, you need to be working like a ruby. So making sure that you're kind of realizing the difference between being a fake person and making sure you have faith and that you can do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's so true.
And personal results is huge, you guys. People want to see that the product works on you. If it works on you, it's closer to being able to work on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're doing that. Okay. Somebody wants to know, can you give us an example of a message that you would send to somebody if they have liked a post?
Y'all are about to laugh about how simple this is. I say, like, let's just say somebody says, like, I posted a defining gel, like a super simple status, and there was like results in the comment, right? And they were like, sign me up, message me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm going to message them and say, oh my God, girl, Like, you have no idea how amazing this product is. You've got to get your hands on it. I can even get you my cost. That's it. That is all I say. And they messaged me back, okay, well, how? Like, get me on the phone. Okay, I'm about to talk about how I sealed the deal, because I will not do anything else for the rest of ever. Because this month, my whole, like, sealing the deal has changed completely. All right, so voice messaging. I will say that in the voice message. I'll be like, oh my God, girl, like, you've got to try this product. Like, you create the tone. You create how excited they are about the products, okay? You do all that. They don't do that. They are not going to act all excited unless you're excited. You can't be like, okay, well, let me get you started on the 90-day challenge, blah, blah, blah. You can't say all this, like, heavy stuff. Like, they're just going to be like, what? You know, they want to hear how excited you are about that product. Let me talk about this, because this is how I seal the deal. Every single one. I had a 90% close rate. Hunter did the math for me. So
I was about to ask. I was about to be like, oh, who knows that?
yeah, Hunter did the math for me. He would, like, just watch the baby and just do all the numbers. So if you are not getting loyal customers on the phone, like, you have to do that. You have to do that. You have to get loyal customers on the phone. I'll repeat it again for the people in the back. You're not signing loyal customers. You've got to get people on the phone, and that is it.
Say it one more time for my team, because I tell them this all the time, but maybe they just need to hear it for somebody else. So all my team who's on here, listen.
You've got to get people on the cell phone. It is not that hard. It is not scary. It will open up a whole new world of success for you. So I used to be so scared. I was like, they don't even want to talk to me. Like, they aren't going to want to answer my phone call. So no, when I say, yeah, that voice message. So let's go back to the voice message, y'all. I'm going to tell you how this conversation goes. So, hey girl, you've got to get this defining gel. It's absolutely amazing. Like, incredible. You're going to want to get your hands on it. I'll get it for you for my cost. They say, okay, well, how do I do that? I say, what's your phone number? Let me get your phone number. And so they send me their phone number, and I say, okay, well, I'm going to give you a call in 5 minutes, so be ready. Like, I don't even ask if they want to get on the phone with me. I say, what's your phone number? And so when I call them, I say, okay, girl, so I have this defining gel in the cart. It's only $45. You're getting my discount on the 90-day challenge. Here's what the 90-day challenge is. You get, 3 products. You get to choose 3 or more products for a month, like 3 months. And I tell them what the 90-day challenge is, and they're like, okay. I was like, well, is that all you wanted? That is the key. You guys want to turn 40 BV orders into 110? Let me tell you something. I needed 110 BV orders at the end of the month. Like, the 36 BV orders weren't cutting it at the end of the month. So I was like, what am I going to do to increase this volume? Because I had gone through every single Zoom, every YouTube, and I was like, gosh, there's something that I'm missing. Like, what is it? I'm only signing like 25 BV orders. What the heck? So I have them on the phone. I'm like, I have the defining gel in your cart. Like, you have to try these wraps, girl. Like, they will help your results so much. You've got to try it. And then I was like, well, what are your other health goals? Never, ever assume that they only want one product. You work for this company. This is your business. You have to be ready. You have to want them to try these other products. You have to be so excited about these products that you know that they want 5. Okay? They want 5 products. That's what I think about. And I just say, what are your health goals? And she might say, oh, well, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. I'm just trying to tone up for the summer. I was like, well, let me tell you about my ThermoFit. Let me tell you about the system. Okay? I turned a cleanse order into 110 BVs, the system order, 5 or 6 times at the end of the month. It's crazy what happens when you're just excited and you say, let me tell you a little bit more about this, because they can see it on Facebook all they want. But until you say, gosh, you got to try this. It's only this amount monthly. You're getting my discount. Let's go ahead and do that today. Like, let's do it. And when you're so excited about that, they're going to say, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so pumped. I'm about to change my life with these products. And I tell people this will change your life if you have a healthy lifestyle. And so I sign people up. I get them on the phone. I'm typing in their information and I say, gosh, girl, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to see your results. And so by the end of that phone call, I have them signed up as a loyal, but I'm telling them about the products for next month. Like, I'm not going to, cut that phone call short. Every phone call takes about 10 to 20 minutes. And so I get them pumped up by the products. I never assume that they only want 1. I assume they want 5. And I talk about how well they work together. So turning those 36 BV orders into 110, you can do it.
Oh yeah, no. And I love that. I love the fact that you're like, okay, what's your number? I'm going to call you in 5, be ready. And then my other thing that I freaking love is that you're like, already have the defining deal in the cart. It's $45. You're going to be a product tester, blah, blah, blah. And is that all you wanted? Like, you're dumb if that's all you want.
Yeah, girl.
Basically
That's exactly what I do. Like, that is the secret. And Hunter has been like, I mean, he literally watched me phone call after phone call, and he picked his jaw up off the floor. He was like, did you just turn that cleanse order into 110 BV order? And I was like, yeah, I did. I'm about to do it 5 more times a day. You just hold on. You watch Charlotte. Like, let's do that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. No, and I think I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, there's 3 things that you have to succeed in this business. And the first one is confidence and network marketing. Like confidence that this business is network marketing is good. Confidence that it works is the best out there, and that our products are the best, and confidence in yourself. If you have those 3 things, you will be successful. And Autumn said all of those 3 things throughout her spiel, right? She had confidence that this business works for her. She knows that if she put her mind to it, that she could do it. She also knows that our products freaking work, you guys. You can't talk like she's talking if you don't believe that the products work. And you know how you believe that the products work is you use them yourself. Okay? You use them yourself. Once you use them yourself, it's going to be easy to talk to them about it. And the last thing is she had confidence that she could do it, that she could believe it. And I mean, that she could achieve that almost 5,000 BB. And so that is something that you guys have to realize, is that if one of those things is lacking, all the other 2 are gonna fall to the wayside. So I love that. Okay. Somebody had a couple of questions. Antonia, I wanted to just address yours. You could literally, if you're homebound, you could kill this business. Okay. Let me just start by saying that, because all you need is a freaking cell phone and some Wi-Fi. And if you don't have Wi-Fi, your data is just going to run a little bit up, but you could still do it without Wi-Fi. You just need to add people to your network. That's all you need to do, is you just need to add people to your network, continue to grow. And you do that by just adding random people. That's all it is. Adding your network is just adding random friends. And do it with some people you have things in common with. Like I always find people that are like the baby boutiques that are sponsored that pop up. Like I'm always clicking on those and adding people who like those things. And you don't have to go out and meet new contacts or hand out blitz cards. Like that's not what you have to do. Blitzing people can be blitzing people on over the internet too. Did you want to add anything to that, Autumn?
Well, I see a few questions about the credit card thing. And you guys, this is a huge tip that I'm about to give, because I used to be so freaking scared. Oh, I used to be scared. I used to hide behind my computer and just hope that they were going to go sign up on my website. No, do never. I don't give anybody the opportunity to go to my website and sign themselves up. We know our website as good as it gets. Like if you don't know your website, go learn it. And then we know it better than, we can give instructions to do that. I don't know how many orders I've tried to fix through customer service because I was too lazy to get them on the phone and do it myself. But that's another thing. If you have somebody that says, I'm too busy for the phone right now, I want to place my order though, I have a sheet. It's like a picture. It's a word swag picture, and it has the form on it. And I send that to them and I say, send me your information back. And they do every single time. And I don't give people the option to feel like I'm not qualified to take their credit card information. That's it. I don't give them an option to go to my website. I say, do you want to, get on a phone call, or do you want to send me your information? And when you're confident that, hey, I do this every day, all day, this is how it works, you aren't going to find those people who are scared to give you your credit card information. So that's how I feel about that. And then a guy said he was having a hard time thinking that girls were flirting with he was flirting with them. You guys, if you're a male in this business, I tell Hunter the same thing, and we've had some crazy women. Do you remember that girl? Oh gosh, we've had some crazy women in this we've come across in this business. But when you act as if you're a business professional and you act like this is what you do all day, every single day, they are not going to feel like you are hitting on them or anything like that. So when you're reaching out, just know that this is what you do all day, every day. When you have that confidence, they're going to be like, okay, that's totally fine. It took a while for Hunter to get that. And he doesn't do it as much as I do, obviously, but it took a while. He just has to be really confident and, very firm in his business, and That's it. So
Yes. And I think too that that's like, I mean, I talked to a guy today and I just kept it very professional. I was like, this is what it's done for me and my husband. And I was like always mentioning my husband. And even if you aren't married or you don't have a girlfriend, just mention it. Be like, yeah, me and my girlfriend or whatever. So that it's not like,
right.
so like, oh, I'm so single and I do this by myself. And like, you're giving them that door to even think that that's what you're doing. Don't even ever let that into your mind, because if you stay professional with it, then they'll stay professional with it.
Yes.
But it's all about, like Autumn said, the tone that you set. So, and definitely do not get nervous about asking for the credit card information or social if you're signing up a distributor. Like literally, if you act like you do this all the time and it's no big deal, they're going to be like, oh, it's no big deal. And if they do give you pushback, be like, girl, I signed up thousands of people. Like I have so many people on my team. Like I've had a girl, and I mean, I'm not in like a rude way, but I just kind of make them feel like, really, like I signed up so many people that like, it's really not a big deal. Like this website is totally secure that I'm putting it into. I'm not even writing it down. I'm literally entering it on my website right now, blah, blah, blah. So I think that like when you treat it like it's just business as usual, they're going to treat it like it's business as usual.
Yes. So true. So
Yep.
true.
Okay. So, sealing the deal, you just get them on the phone. Can we go over kind of like how you talk about the products? Like, how do you stay away from word vomiting? Because I think that is something that a lot of people do when they first start, is, they're so excited in a good way, but they just want to tell everybody everything. And how do you keep it simple without making it sound overcomplicated?
So the phone call goes like this. I get them on the phone. I tell them, they already have told me that they're interested in this product. That's why they're calling me. And I say, I have this in your cart. Like, what are your health goals? Like, do you want anything else? Like, because I think that I have a few products that you really like benefit from. And so when they, tell me what their health goals are, maybe it's like losing 20 to 30 pounds and they've already got the cleanse. So I'm like, gosh, I have a great bundle that has the cleanse in it, has the wraps in it, the thermofit, the greens. And, does that sound like something that you're interested in? And they say, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. I'm going to say, well, I ask everybody for their budget that they want to spend monthly because everybody varies so much. Would you mind telling me what your monthly budget is? And normally they don't even tell me that they have a budget because they want to better their health anyway. And if somebody is on a budget, like this is another thing, like you can't assume that they only want one product. So that's another thing. Like you have to know like what their budget is, because you don't want to, say 7 different products and then they're like, holy crap, I don't think I can do this. And they back out completely. Like you need to like personalize it and say, what is your budget? Like, I want to make sure I'm, recommending the best products possible for you with your, what you're doing now, like if they work out, whatever. So then I start talking like about, like in this example, I'd start talking about the system. I say, wrap, remove, reboot. This is our system. Everybody loves when you say system, by the way. They're like, oh, a system. Like, yeah. Like, if it's a system, if it's drawn out for them. So anybody who wants to lose weight, like I'm automatically going to recommend the system, if not the triple threat. So I start talking about it. I get my bottle. It's right here in front of me. I'm on the phone and I'm like, our ultimate thermofit, it's our weight loss, our weight loss formula. Absolutely amazing. All natural products, going to boost metabolism, burn extra calories per day. You've got to have it in your life. Our greens, they are life. Like I talk about it like, I would be talking about that Starbucks drink that I just had. It's like my best friend. Like I'm going to always like be like that because, when you act like this person is your friend, if you act like this person that you're about to do business with, who's supporting your business, if you start acting like, hey, you're my friend, like let me offer you the best scenario possible, like they're going to be more open to what you say. So that's how I talk about the products. I just have them right here in front of me. And if you don't have them in front of me, or in front of you and you're worried about word vomiting, like just have your website pulled up and just talk about each product.
You guys, what I do is literally, I'm not like a product like knowledge person. So I literally know about 2 to 3 things about every product. And I will literally like, that's just what I know. And I speak about it like it's the best thing that happened to me ever in my life. I literally, about the cleanse, I'll say, oh my gosh, our cleanse, it's 2 days, y'all. It's amazing. It's White Pants approved.
Right.
That's literally what I say. Like, it's not like I know, all this stuff and it clears out all this stuff and we have this herbal blend, blah, blah, blah. No, nobody really cares, you guys. It's just like when all they want to know is, does it really work? All they want to know is if they do it, will it really work? And so when people ask, how does it work? That doesn't mean they need to know the science behind how it works. That means they want to know, does it actually work? It's just like when people say, But like when people ask me, like, so exactly how does the wrap work? I'm like, y'all, do you ask how Advil works? Because I don't. And you just take it because it helps your freaking headache go away. That's the same thing that I do. Like with the wraps, I'm like, the wraps are seriously amazing. They work. I lost 1.5 inches the first time I did mine. My husband lost 2.5 inches. You need to get your hands on some.
Right.
And just leave it at that. Like if you're just excited about it, and you don't have to sound pushy, you don't have to be whatever, but if you're passionate about it, it will come through and it will be contagious.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to signing DTs. What does that look like as far as like, I know you said you do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Do you do Instagram at all?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's something that like, it takes a lot to learn, you guys, and I don't want to mess my market up. I have about 8,000 followers, and to some of you guys, that doesn't seem like much, but I do want to take care of it. Like, you know, I'm learning. I take like a little bit of information each day. I follow like some great leaders. I suggest if you don't know Instagram that well, you follow those leaders too. But Facebook is my biggest market. Yes.
And so when you're signing distributors, most of them come from Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you find those potentials, and how many messages kind of do you send a day? What does your day-to-day schedule look like? Like, do you have scheduled posts? Are you pre-planning stuff? Are you kind of doing it off the top of your head? Like, how does that look for you?
Well, so my husband and I do this full time. So for some people who do have to post, like schedule their posts, like I don't do that. I do, you know, whatever I'm feeling like. Some people don't have that advantage. But like if you have the time, just do whatever like works for you. You don't have to be perfect. And this comes back to, you know, not being perfect, because I used to type out these, you know, perfect little stories with my beautiful picture, and I would get 3 likes. Y'all, when you talk about making money, that's what you're doing with amazing products, people are going to be listening in, you know? I have been really, really, trying my best to create a lot of urgency. I've changed the way that I'm doing that. I'm welcoming every single person onto my team. I'm not putting their picture. I'm not tagging them in the post. I just do a post like this. Do you want to see?
Why don't you put a picture, if you don't mind me asking?
Of them?
Yeah.
I think that like once people see how duplicated it is, it's the same picture, like welcome to the team, like work from home, hashtag work from home. It's so duplicatable that people see it in my photos and they're like, gosh, so many people are joining her team. And when you have all these pictures of people, this is just me, by the way. This is not like, you know, something like everybody has to do, but I'll show you. I have a lot more to do. But when you like do the welcome work from home thing, and I'm just saying their first name took advantage of, you know, my work from home position. I'm going to train her to earn a $10,000 bonus just like I did. I can't wait to show you how I became a stay-at-home mommy at 22. And I'm sure that you've seen that post going around. But that's what I do. And oh, here it is. You see that? Mm-hmm. Work from home. Yeah, that's what I do. And almost every single time that I post it, somebody's like, do you have any spots left? Do you have any spots left? Like, and it's like, yeah, I have spots left. Come on, sign up. And that creates so much urgency that I say I started out with 20 spots this month. I only have 11 left.
Yes.
Like, you need to get your butt in this business. There is no time to be, you know, I post like 5 or 6 times a day, minimum. Like when I'm going for a goal though, like I'm posting 12, 15, 20 times a day, and I don't even care. I have no shame. Nobody is going to stop me from getting my goal. Like, and I know that's a little bit of procrastination, but who doesn't procrastinate? So I post that many times a day. I message 50 to 100 people every single day. So if you're not messaging that many people, you got to get on it.
Yep. Are you messaging more for distributors or customers?
Both. So I split it up 50-50.
Okay.
And that's the only way I know to do it. Because
what do your messages typically look like?
For distributors, like depending on how well I know the person, if it's a brand new person, I'm just going to say, oh my gosh, like I've been watching your profile for X amount of weeks. Now don't message anybody that you just friend requested. Like that's never good. But if I've been following them for X amount of weeks, I just say, you know, I've been following you for 3 weeks, girl. And like, I just can't help but notice like how amazing your profile is. You've got it. Like I would love you to join me in whatever I'm doing, like in this business. Like that's what I say. And I say, you'd be amazing at what I do. Would you be interested in maybe earning some extra income or just hearing about the opportunity? Then I get them on a FaceTime, tell them exactly what I do, and tell them, how simple this business is, talk about the steps of success. And I talk about the ways that we get paid. And you guys, they don't think about it very often. If they're actually looking for another venue of income, they'll sign up. So, being personal with people. But the loyal customer thing, I just send a message that says, hey girl, I know, if it was a follow-up, I would say, hey girl, I know you're interested in this. Would you be willing to place your order today? And that's what I keep it at. If they don't message me back, I send a voice message and say, I just checking to see if you got my message. And they normally message me back.
How do you stay organized with all that stuff?
I write it down in a notebook.
So do you write down, every person that you add to your network, or how do you kind of stay organized with who to message?
Taylor Flanders, I don't know if she's on here, told me about Trello. Do you know that app?
Mm-hmm.
It's an app called Trello, and it's an organizational app. I will say, sometimes I Slack and don't enter every single person because I'm busy or doing something. But I try to go through every single night, every single message that I sent out. And if they responded, they automatically go into my potentials list. If they didn't respond, I'll come back to them. I'll get you there. So.
Yeah. Cause I think that's for me, when I friend people and stuff, I don't really take that long to look at their profile. I know right away if I think they're going to be good. It doesn't take me long. I don't feel like I have to be friends with them for that long.
Really?
Maybe a week or something on Facebook, on Instagram, almost, because I'm not very good at being organized. So and I'll say something in my message, and I'll be like, hey girl, it didn't take me long after looking at your profile to realize how good you'd be at something like this, and I needed to message you immediately.
That's perfect. I didn't even think about doing that, and it's probably because I've been bitten in the butt quite a few times. You just come across some.
Yeah, for sure. And I think everybody's personality is so different. So my thing that I tell my whole team is read your message out loud. If it doesn't sound like you'd say it, then don't send it. Because it needs to be coming from you, and it needs to be authentic. Because it only took me, I just friended that girl, and I might have spent 10 minutes looking through her profile. Just because I wasn't friends with her for the past 2 weeks doesn't mean that I don't know that I think she'd be good at this. And I can tell. Then I immediately remove people if I don't think they'd be good. I'll be like, I'm sorry, bye. So that's one of the things that you guys have to figure out what works for you. What Autumn does, what I do, what anybody else on here does might be different, but you have to stick to it. The main thing that I want you guys to learn from tonight is feeling our energy. Okay. We are excited about this business, and we are literally every person I message, you guys, if they tell me no, I kind of chuckle inside, because I'm like, that's okay, you'll come back. And that's what you guys need to have, that mentality, is you guys need to feel you know what, that's fine. Cool, no problem. Just let me know whenever you're ready. Let me know whenever you're ready, because you'd be a rock star.
What you just said, sorry, that lit up a whole nother aspect of how I work my business, because I don't wait around for anybody. Y'all, no's fire me up. It's like a fire inside of me. I'm nah. You'll come back. Don't worry. I'm going to save you. And in my oh, y'all, I totally forgot. I have to tell you about this trick. Y'all, you're going to, if you don't do this, you're going to be like, holy, thank you, Jesus, for this tip, because it changed my business. In Facebook Messenger, when they tell you they get paid on Friday, you're going to go into your Messenger.
I do that now. It's literally the best.
Yes. So Kelsey, I'm going to do it with you really quick. Okay. Let me get your order on Friday morning at 10 a.m. And so when you send that message, you see it says set an event reminder. Yes, girl, you are going to set that event reminder, and you both get a notification an hour before, and you best believe I'm calling you. I'm calling you at 10 a.m., and you best believe that you're going to answer that phone, or I'm going to call 3 more times.
That's literally my favorite.
Yes.
Because I'm not organized, so this helps me. I'm alert. Oh, dang, yes, I need to follow up with them. Or sometimes I'll even set it before, and I'll say, hey girl, I just needed to set this in my phone because I need to stay organized. And literally I've gotten a distributor off that, because the girl messaged me and was like, oh my God, That's simple. Like, I feel like I can do that. Cause like I was talking about how unorganized I was and they were like, me too. And I was like, see girl, you can do this business. And I kind of just like threw it in there and she was going to sign up to be a loyal. And because she like saw how simple that was, you know, she was like, oh no, I can do this business. And I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh, that is a game changer. I totally forgot. I cannot believe I forgot about that, y'all. That is going to change your business because they're like, dang, this girl is serious. She set me in her calendar. We're going to do this thing. So that is like grade A tip right there. That's amazing.
Yes. So when do you strictly ever like sign anybody through just voice messaging them, or do you always get their phone number and get them on the phone?
I always try to get them on the phone or a FaceTime. That way they feel me welcome them into this business. Like they get to see how excited I am. They get to see like, you know, this is an actual relationship that we're about to have. Like we are business partners. This is not something that you're doing alone. And how you bring people into this business is so important because, you know, when you create that relationship from the very first day, they are going to feel a respect for you. They are going to feel like, hey, she really cares about me. Like, I can't wait to be a part of her team. Like, if you're just like, hey, sign up on my website, send me your ID number when you're done. I'll get you added into these groups. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do, but for me, like.
It's bad. It's bad to do that. Let's be real. It's bad.
Okay, let's be real then. It's not so good to do that because you don't want people to feel like they're a number to you, especially when you get to like double and diamond, like you're adding a lot of people to your team. So you need to like make them feel like, hey, you're my friend now. We're about to be business partners. We're about to kill it together. So, you know, you've got to get that energy pumping in them before because, you know, every single, like, let's just talk about haters for a second because I've had to deal with some people that are so mean. And you know, I tell my distributors up front, I'm going to tell them like how I feel about it because I feel like if you don't have haters, you ain't doing nothing right. Because like some people just get like, they want to talk bad about it works. They want to talk bad about network marketing. They want to say it's a scam, a pyramid scheme. And I say up front, you guys, to my distributors, I'm like, you're going to hear that. And that better fire you up because you're about to succeed and prove them wrong. That is exactly what I tell them because when I you know, did that. When I started this business, y'all, I had people telling me they felt sorry for me. I was like, you feel sorry for me? Let me just show you how I'm about to make my whole full-time income doing this in just 4 months. I'm about to show you. And so that's exactly how I did that. And I want all of my team to feel like, hey, like there are going to be haters and it's okay. Keep pushing through. And I know somebody asked that earlier, so I wanted to go through that really quick.
Yeah. For me, I always say, like, always tell people, like, when people like actually hate on you, that's actually a reflection of how they feel about themselves and it's not a reflection of you. So stop letting it get to you because the fact that they have time to message you that or comment or do anything like that, like that's a reflection of how they feel. So honestly, like, I just actually feel bad for those people, but I always block them because I'm like, sorry, like, I just don't have time. Like nobody has time for that, you guys. And don't take it personally. It would have been you. It would have been the next person. It would have been the next person. All they're doing is trying to make your life miserable. My freaking brother even blocked me, you guys. And now he's like, oh, okay, I actually see her making money. Like, can I get some products? So don't take it personal, you guys. Like if I would have let 1 or 2 people stop me, we would have not been where we are today for our family. So you have to know that the reason why you joined is stronger than that one person telling you can't do this. So stop. Just stop even letting that be a conversation for you.
Let it fire you up and get real used to the freaking block button because it's there for people like us who are trying to succeed. Keep your blinders on. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't look anywhere except for forward. Don't look backwards. Don't look on your past. Don't look at what happened yesterday. Just look what's going to happen today because I swear I have had so many times where I just was looking to the left, looking to the right, and it did not keep me anywhere but where I was. And I wasn't moving forward. And I wasn't necessarily moving back, but kind of I was. Because if you get stuck, like just, you know, worrying about all the noise around you, you will not go anywhere in this business. You have to be straight beamed towards your goal. I wasn't thinking about anything else but going double diamond that whole month last month. And now I'm not thinking about anything else but going triple diamond. So you guys got to think about that. If diamond is right in front of you, it is arm's reach. You are in control. Nobody else is going to build your business. You have to do it yourself. So
and we have this this freaking gold mine right in front of us, you guys. And we have the opportunity to share it with all of these people. And if you're not messaging everybody every day, then shame on you because you know that's why you feel stuck. It's because you don't believe that this can really change your life. If you're not signing distributors, you don't believe in the business, because if you did believe in it, you would be on fire wanting to tell every single person about it, because you believe in it. It's the same thing, guys, with loyals, with products, with everything. Like, pull yourself up and know that that promotion is, you are worthy of it and you are able to get it, but it requires work. Okay. And there's a difference between people who just want it and people who are willing to work for it. So do everything you can, because we'll never get this time of 2017 back. This is our momentum right now. You guys feel it, run with it, and do everything you can. You know what? Freak cleaning your house can wait. It can wait until November. Okay. I promise you.
My house is a disaster.
Yes. So is mine. I told Brian, we're going to need to clean people once a week and not freaking once every other week, because this is ridiculous. But okay. So what do you kind of say to people who say, I'll let you know?
I say, well, when are you going to let me know? I have to create my event reminder. So hey, don't make fun of me for doing that. Seriously.
No, I love it.
Okay. Yeah. If they say, I'll get back to you, I say, well, when will you get back to me? I'm going to give up your spot.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And when they say, well, what do you mean give up my spot? I say, I only have so many allotted, spots to get my discount. Do you really want it? Like, are you serious about your health or not? Are you serious about, tightening, toning, and firming or not? Like, I asked them up front, I'm like, well, tell me when, or I'm going to give this spot away. And they're like, okay, I'll get back to you Friday morning. I say Friday morning, 10 a.m. event reminder. And we both get reminded. And then I ask for their phone number and I assign them. So that's what I do.
I love that. Cause I always say, okay, great. When should I follow up with you? Because for me, I need to have that. And I like them to know when I'm going to, so I don't feel like I'm annoying them. Okay. Like, that's my pet peeve. Like, don't make me feel like I'm annoying you when you're the one that said that you wanted the freaking products. Okay. So right. I always put it back on them and say, okay, when should I follow up with you? And let them know.
Another thing is, like, y'all, it takes 7 to 9 times for the average person to like get in their head that they're actually going to order this product from you. So don't be like if they seriously, like if they commented or they are continuously liking their posts, they're going to order from you, whether they like it, whether, they're kind of being held against their will, they're going to order from you because they wanted it. Like, you're going to make sure that you follow up with them enough times that they fall in love with the product. Those are the people who fall in love with the products and become loyals forever because, they took so long to think about it and they're so excited when it gets there. So you've just got to like read each person and kind of see, like, obviously what Kelsey said, don't feel like you're annoying them. I'm just really firm. I'm like, do you want this or not? Like, I will follow up with you maybe 4 to 5 times. After the 6th time, I'm saying, you either let me make an event reminder in our messenger conversation, or I'm going on to the next person, giving up your spot.
Yeah, so, I always say, like, recently what I've been saying is, hey girl, did you want me to remove you off my follow-up list? And that's been gold for me. Because that will like make people be like, oh no, girl, I'm so sorry. I haven't gotten back to you, blah, blah, blah. Cause like, it's the elephant in the room that they're ignoring you. So if you put it out there, it just like eases everything for everybody else. And then they're the ones that are going to feel awkward because they should at least have the respect to get back to you. So stop feeling like you're annoying people when you have something that they said that they wanted. So don't let them let you feel like that. Okay. I don't want to keep this over an hour, but, if you were to give advice for somebody who felt like, oh my gosh, this is so far away. My promotion is so far away. I had a goal that I wanted to go diamond in April. And I am literally like 14 distributors away and so much volume. What would you say to them? What would be your best advice?
So my best advice for that person who feels like they're really far away, like they feel like it's almost impossible, I'm going to tell you one thing and one thing only, and it's to create momentum. And if you don't know how to do that, watch the Zoom over and over again until you realize what Kelsey and I just had the conversation about, because that is creating momentum, signing all those loyal customers. And maybe it doesn't work out like that. Maybe you aren't the one signing the loyal customers. Maybe it's just you pouring into your team and getting everybody pumped up to where they sign those loyal customers. But you've got to create momentum. You can't just sit at a standstill and wish and wait and look up in the sky and wait for the money to fall down. You got to go get it. Like, that is it. I made a decision on the 25th of this month. Like, I thought I was super close. So obviously I've been working really hard all month. But on the 25th, I made a very, very hard decision to either let somebody else, move up and we work on her, or let her go by herself and we work from my leg up. And maybe that doesn't make sense to you, but it was a hard decision for me to make because we were 5,000 GV away. And I made a decision on the 25th. I was going to create enough momentum to where every single person on my team was so pumped up about being a double diamond team that it was just inevitable that we were going to reach that goal. Like, if we were going to do it together, I don't care if I signed 73 loyal customers by myself. It was a team effort. I will never say that it wasn't my team, because it was. And if your team isn't working, stop blaming it on your team. Get over yourself. You know, that is the biggest thing I see a big problem with. Oh, my team's not working, so I can't promote. Yes, you can promote. Promote, replace later if they really aren't working. Give them the opportunity over and over and over again. Shove it in their face. If they aren't working, say, here, you guys, I'm doing this work for you. I gave you a few loyal customers. Like, let's run with this thing. Like, let's do it. Don't give up on them. Give it a few times. If they really disrespect you, then obviously you replace them. But they are not holding you back from your promotion. Now, I'm not going to say that you can't presidential, but like when we're going diamond, they are not holding you back from that promotion. Ruby, they are not holding you back from that promotion. Double diamond, they're just not holding you back. It's you. It's you. It's holding yourself back.
Yeah. And the best thing you can do for those people is go without them. They're going to eventually want back in, you guys.
Yes.
You have to go without them. Don't let two people, if, oh, boo-hoo, somebody in your freaking emerald chart quit. Like, boo-hoo, you can replace an emerald like that. Like, stop making people feel like, once people feel like you need them, they're really going to feel like, okay, like, wow, they're going to feel a lot of pressure, and then you're going to know what they're going to do. But if they stop working, then use somebody under them. It doesn't matter how far lines down that you have to pull with people who are working. Okay. Yes. And stop complaining about the ones that aren't, because you know what you're doing? You're bringing those vibes of people that aren't working back into your universe. And stop doing that. Only talk about people who are working. Only recognize them. And as a leader, the most important thing you can do is recognize people. If you are not shouting people out on your team page or on your page, on your personal page, and talking about how many customers they got or how many distributors they got, and asking them to lead Zooms, asking them to help you on whatever, if you're not delegating that leadership, nobody's going to know that they're a leader because you're not telling them.
Right.
Guys, you need to show people what it takes to be a leader and let them know when they are doing good things as a leader. And that's going to create so much leadership for you. So you can do that as an executive. You can do that as a distributor. You have to start off with the right foot, and the rest is going to be so much easier. You just got to keep going. I love what you said about momentum. So thank you guys so much for jumping on. This was so awesome. I thank you, Autumn, for sharing all your tips. I've learned so much. Like, I took so many notes, but my hand couldn't write fast enough, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
I seriously, like, the reason that I do this Zoom, and I want to add one more point. Last month, 73 loyal customers. I don't know if anybody is religious on this Zoom. I don't care if you are or not. I'm going to talk about this for 1 second because I feel like it deserves recognition. 73 loyal customers did not come from me. I did the work, but it did not come from me. And I'm going to say this because you have to find what you are faithful in. And for me, I dropped down to my knees and prayed to God, like, somewhere, please give me the strength, give me guidance to do this, because I need the leadership to be able to bring my team to a double diamond team. And I need something to make sure that I am ready for this. And 73 loyal customers did not come out of nowhere, you guys. You've got to find yourself. You've got to find what works for you. If you believe in God, pray to him very hard. Give back to people. Give back to your sideline sisters, your team. Make sure that you're being the best leader that you possibly can be, because I promise you, not last month, but the month before, I had spent a lot of time helping train sidelines that did not have uplines. And I cannot help but think that God gives back to me for doing that. And you've got to know what works for you, you guys, but you've got to stay faithful in yourself. And if you believe in God, pray to him. So.
Yes. Amen. Amen. You got to have a God-sized dream, because, it can't happen without him. And once it does,
can't happen.
And if you dream big, you guys, if you create those God-sized dreams, make a dream so big that you need God, because you will have to give him the glory.
Yeah.
Just like she said, she couldn't have signed 73 loyals on her own.
No, it wasn't just me, y'all. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, no, I love that. Well, thank you guys again for jumping on. You guys have an awesome night. Thanks, Autumn.